Seniors, I can have your attention, please. We're ready to begin the program and awards presentations. We realize that some people are still getting their lunch and some are still eating, so please do continue to get up and it's your table's turn and go over and get your lunch. And when you sit down, please continue eating your lunch. While you do that, we would ask that you turn your attention to our speakers. And I will kick off. So good afternoon. I'm Sharon Wang, head of the Upper School, and today I have the great pleasure of introducing our speaker for today, Guru Shah, the class of 2006. I first met Guru when he was 14 years old, a freshman at Baylor. My family had just moved to Chattanooga, and my oldest son, Chris, joined Baylor for his freshman year. Guru was one of the first students to note that Chris was new to Baylor and to extend his friendship. Guru will celebrate his 15-year reunion with his classmates this fall, and he and Chris are still best friends. I mentioned this to you because I want to highlight one of Guru's many good qualities. He was and is inclusive. He made the most of every opportunity to meet new people at Baylor, and he continues to nurture and build those relationships as an alum, something that we hope you will do as well. After Baylor, Guru attended Vanderbilt University, where he graduated in 2010 with a degree in engineering. His first entrepreneurial venture was in the food truck industry in Chattanooga. He established a popular grilled cheese food truck, the Munster Truck. And as with everything Guru does, this was a success. More recently, Guru has expanded his influence in Chattanooga as the founder and CEO of Shaw Trucking and Shaw Logistics. You'll likely see his bright yellow truck house around town. Guru also serves as the vice president of Hamilton Plastics. Like many great Baylor alums, Guru also has the heart of a philanthropist, giving back to his community by establishing the Penny Per Mile Fund, a relatively new foundation that has already donated over $30,000 to worthy causes and is just getting started. He also serves his community as a board member on both the Chattanooga Area Chamber of Commerce and the Baylor Alumni Board. Guru and his wife, Neha, have a beautiful daughter, Uma, and are expecting their second baby girl any day now. Please join me in welcoming Guru Shah back to Baylor to speak to you today.
you guys for having me today. I'm so excited to be here. For those of you that don't know, this is Sharon Wang, is an absolute rock star. She put up with a lot of our shenanigans throughout high school, and then after, probably still today. I consider her part of my extended family and her whole family part of my extended family. Congratulations, class of 2021. I gotta say, you guys are unlike any class before you or after you. Ever will be. I mean, you guys have to put up with something that no other classes can ever have to contend with. Global pandemic. You probably heard about it. It's something that I think has showcased one of the best qualities of Baylor alumni, which is perseverance and resilience. From what I understand, you guys are on your way to adding probably a record total of state championships. I think you already have a record for national merit semifinalists and finalists. And just across the board, you continue to serve our community, perform in Burbank, play, and everything else. And I'm happy for you guys as you guys rose above and made an incredible senior year. And other kids probably have thrown the towel playing and they did something different. When Maggie Corey reached out to me to participate today and give this speech, I immediately said yes without thinking about it. And then immediately sent another email that said, yes, as long as my child is not born by that time, because I actually am expecting my second girl on Monday. Both of which are already out. You'll find when you leave this place that Baylor's pretty good at marketing. They've already sent the favorite bid and other swag to make sure that my girls will come here. And you can bet they will, even though I married a GPS girl that I started dating while I was here, but she has no say in that. It's one thing. But when I started preparing for this speech, there was a flood of memories. I pulled out my journal. I started writing. Before I knew it, in an hour had gone by, I filled up all the pages. Memories flowed back of middle school dances and seeing Birkenstocks and New Balance lined up outside the Duke Arena. Big inflatable screen playing Casey and JoJo and all the hits of the early 2000s. I remember taking a junior's leadership trip to Colorado and sleeping under the stars in Holly Beach, part of walkabout trips. I remember traveling with the soccer team with the bus, and I remember Jimmy Weekly making us run full field sprints after we lost 3-0 at Grace Academy, the first time that ever refused to work me out so hard. But I remember the good times as well, cheering, seeing it on the ladder, seeing our teams win. It was a privilege to get that trip down memory lane. But when I nailed down to the things that she wanted me to talk about, was how does Baylor influence me, and what does it mean to be a Baylor alumni? A few things popped out. And it's not necessarily the fact that I got an amazing education here, or that we're on this beautiful campus, or some more obvious things that you can see if you just drive around the campus, or Red Hills came today about where you guys are going to college. What's more important to me is that in everything you learn from when you step on campus, there is a intention to be service-oriented and to get out of your comfort zone. And I wanted to speak a little bit about my experience today about moving to that point. The first is in the service realm. I had big shoes to step into when I came on this campus. My older sisters were very involved in the community service program here. They both went on the Jamaican trip, Joel Anderson, and they didn't play sports. So they did a lot more service than I did. Being an athlete, I only had a few opportunities. While I was at Baylor, we joined the National Association of Independent Schools through a program that we called Round Fair at Baylor. And I was a couple other kids that chose to join Joey and traveled across the world to South Africa to visit Cape Town and Johannesburg, South Africa for a global summit at the NAIS. And it was one of the more life-changing moments in my life. We flew over there the first couple nights, they put us up in a homestay, and that homestay is not any homestay that I ever would imagine doing. They picked me up in their Audi, we drove up a mountain to a multi-million-dollar mansion, and I sat on the patio and had dinner and looked over the bright blue sea. And I thought, hey, it's pretty sweet over here in Cape Town. I had to figure it out. Maybe I should. And we had a great night. He took me around town and I soaked it all in. The next morning, We went to meet everybody else. We got on the bus. We traveled about 5 miles down the road, 10 minutes. When we got out of the bus, what we saw was just heart-wrenching and an image I'll never forget. It was slums as far as I could see. In the shadow of this mountain, the shadow of this economic pursuit of these 1% or higher people in South Africa was all of this poverty. And after that day of service, we got together and we listened to a speaker who spoke to us, who was involved with the apartheid movement there and an agent of change in that area. And what he spoke about was a theme, which is a Zulu word, which means Ubuntu. Ubuntu roughly translates into a phrase which is, I am who I am because of Jesus. And as I reflected, I began to think about it. I began to think about the lessons I learned here and what I've taken with me since leaving. I remember teachers leading by example, thanking the folks that took our plates every day in the dining hall, leading over and saying thank you. I remember football games and being told that, hey, don't leave popcorn on the ground, don't leave yourself. There's people that are coming here 2 hours after you lose to go home and check the news and see where we are in the standings. I remember the various service trips, going to the Boys and Girls Club, big and small. Not paying attention, you don't notice, but that's part of what it means to be a Baylor student, is that you go at everything with gratitude, you go at everything with understanding that you're a result of the people around you, your teachers, your parents, your friends, and I think it's important to move forward through life and remember that. As Mr. Twang alluded to, that's been a big part of the way I run my business. Everything we do, we have a foundation. Every mile I trust drive to give back. And what that does is it creates a culture. It creates an environment. It creates a community. That's why Baylor is special, and that's something I'm hoping to instill in my own businesses as I keep going through my life. The other big thing that I learned at Baylor was learning how to grow through getting uncomfortable. The person that taught me most about this was Tim Williams, in the Law About program. When I got to school, my parents moved here from India in the 1970s. Indian kids don't hike, Indian kids don't kayak, Indian kids don't do anything outside. And when I came to this school, I knew it was a fabric of what happened here, but I was a little bit scared to get involved. But thankfully, my mom motivated me to went some walkabout trips and get involved. And I immediately took to it. I went on hiking trips and caught crawfish and put them in boiling hot water, put some hot sauce on them, and learned how to do that. I went to Bali Beach and went kayaking, but the biggest kind of jump I took was going on the India trip to Sikkim. And me and a couple other students sat down in his office and he began to show us what all we were going to need to get. I didn't have a sleeping bag, I didn't have sweat wicking socks, whatever the heck those were. I didn't have anything I needed to prepare for this trip, but Baylor got me there. They nurtured me through it. My friends that were on the trip helped me get through it. And we traveled across the world and we saw some amazing things. We saw Mount Everest. I learned what it's like to wake up in the morning and have your feet covered in leeches and have to figure out how to get a leech off. I learned what it's like to have the generosity of a man that on our last day of the hike, he asked, what's the one thing you want out of our off the mountains after 28 days of no showering and hiking through the mountains, fine bugs in your hair? I said, I can go for some fried chicken. And the next day we went to a homestay, and lo and behold, they went probably wild chicken, deep fried, and baby Christmas had the best dinner I've probably ever had in my life. All of that comes together to just speak to what it means to be Baylor alumni. As you reflect through the summer before you go to the next phase of your life, I urge you to look back and think about what were the moments that stuck with you, and how can you take that moving forward through your life, through college, through your business life, work life, whatever it might be. As Ms. Wang also alluded to, today I'm happy to call four of my best friends, from Baylor. Bruce was at the wedding, expecting children now, all grown up. It's hard to imagine it's been 15 years. But to be an alumni, back in Chattanooga, be involved here, speaking in front of you guys today is a great honor for me. And I remember sitting where you guys are today. It wasn't in the Student Fitness Center, but we had patients, we had someone come back and speak to us. And I sort of wish coming out of that, he gave me a few tools to move forward with through my life. And for me, it's something that's not talked about often, but talked about more now that we've gone through this pandemic. But I wanted to speak to y'all that maybe haven't had the opportunity to speak up, somebody that might struggle this year and didn't know how to get through it. And I wanted to speak to mental health just for a minute, just to cap off the speech. I wanted to speak about some things that work for me in tough times. Running a few businesses, raising a family, going through Baylor, going to these schools that y'all are going to. It's an important thing to focus on, and I urge you to focus on it. A few things that always work for me when you're feeling low are to exercise and get active. And that could be a walk outside, that could just be taking a deep breath and going for a run, could be playing basketball, could be whatever it is. Journaling, I encourage all of you guys to start a habit this summer. If you can start one thing, I encourage you to start the day or any day, find 5 minutes a day to try. Whatever's in your head, get it out on paper. For me, I would say journaling, meditation, in conjunction are one of the greatest reasons for me who I am today, getting to this place. And I share that with Mr. Langston too. That journaling, meditating, and exercise, you can incorporate that into your life and everything will be better thing. And nothing else you would today with that advice. And to end it all off, I just want to say thank you, congratulations. You guys keep setting the bar higher and higher for suspected out of the school. And I hope you continue to do that in your life after you leave here. It's been a fun experience for me to come back and see all these new buildings and feel the visceral feelings I have under Baylor. I told my tape over there, regret what I wore today. I'm wearing a blue shirt, blue suit, blue pants, and I hate, and I'll just say it, I hate the collar. But I think we can all agree on that. You know, you don't say it. You guys have some big moments ahead of you, and I just big athletic moments in terms of state championship moments. I know you have some big graduation coming up, big summer coming up. And just keep your head up high, stay strong, keep doing what y'all do. I'm so proud of all you guys, fellow alumni, very soon. And I wish you all luck. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Guru. Guru is very glad that I'm telling stories about him. I won't do this. I won't do that to you guys when I come back. It's at this point we'd like to recognize a couple of students. It's wonderful thing that our federal academy. First, I would like to present something to basic Pierce. Well, that's basic. Come on, basic work. The United States Merchant Marine Academy, located at Kings Point, New York, in the North Shore of Long Island, is one of the 5 federal academies. The academy's mission is to educate graduate leaders in contemporary character who are inspired to serve the national security, marine transportation, and economic needs of the United States as licensed merchant marine officers, commissioned officers. Nominated by Congressman Chuck Fleischman, Mason Pierce was one of approximately 280 appointees selected to attend the academy around the nation and the world after approximately 2,000 applicants. Completion of an intensive 4-year regimental academic curriculum, which includes 3 trimesters at sea in the U.S. merchant vessels and U.S. Navy ships, as well as an internship, leads to a Bachelor of Science degree, a U.S. Merchant Marine Officer's license as either deck officer or engineering officer, and an ensign's commission to the U.S. Navy Reserve. Appointment to the academy is the equivalent of a scholarship worth approximately $262,000. This remarkable achievement reflects great credit to Mason and demonstrates that he is already living up to the academy's model, active number, needs, not words. I take great pleasure to recognize the appointment of Mason Pierce to the United States Merchant Marine Academy class of 2025. So thank you for the invitation. Taylor's mission to inculcate honesty, bolster one's faith, build leaders of character, and provide an academically challenging environment. Makes us easier. Because it's pursues graduate worthy of my services to our United States honor, respect. So on behalf of your admiral, Rick presents equipment to the academy class. Gracie, contact, please come forward. Our country has 5 federal military academies. One is the United States Coast Guard Academy, which was founded in 1876. It is located in southeast Connecticut and is our nation's smallest academic rigor, comparable to nearby Ivy League schools. And like its sister academies, the Coast Guard produces ready to lead the release of their country and humanity. Each year, we have about 10,000 students that will inspire our country, and about a quarter of those students completed application that is academically adequate to compete. Of those, about 10% was selected for the enriched class. The selection is based on merit, no votes, and no congressional nominations. This year, we had about 290 highly qualified men sworn in this summer to the class of 2025. It's equal to a scholarship value of over $300,000. This appointment offers a higher education experience focused on academics, athletics, leadership, and professional military life. So, as representative of the Coast Guard Academy Mission Service, it's my privilege to recognize and present this appointment to the United States Coast Guard Academy, Tracy Elizabeth Thomas. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of the Coast Guard, Tracy Elizabeth Thomas, tendered an appointment as a cadet in the United States Coast Guard as appointed contingent staff. Qualifications in accordance with the standards defined by the regulations governing appointment and execution of the oath of office signed William G. Fowler.
Hello, I am Ann Catherine Taylor, and today I'm going to be recognizing our students who will be inducted to the Cum Laude Society. The Cum Laude Society was inaugurated at Baylor in 1958, replacing the former Scholastic Honorary Society, Cum Honore, which was founded in 1933. The Cum Laude Society honors by membership a group of Baylor seniors and juniors whose scholarship has been marked by unquestioned excellence. These students understand that the drive towards excellence is something that will serve them well in all future endeavors. The example which they have set as dedicated students, an example which recognizes not simply ability, but an unfailing desire to learn and to improve, entitles them to leave Baylor with our praise, cum laude. Today, we are pleased to honor 32 seniors and 5 juniors as members of the Cum Laude Society. These students will receive both a certificate and a pin. They have earned the right to wear this pin at commencement next week as the lone adornment we allow students to affix to their graduation gowns, where it serves as an outward and visible sign of their academic accomplishment. Now, I want to invite the current senior members, elected as juniors, who are present today to come forward and join me in welcoming these new members. Our current members are Matthew On, Amos Du, Ashley Long, Alyssa Kim, and Dave Kane. New members, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your certificate and pin. Audience members, please hold your applause until all of the names have been called. Our new senior members are Creighton Arrington. Hold your applause. Priya Bhushan, Catherine Bryant, Grant Burks, Caroline Chapman, Irene Chen, Ellis Kofelt, Ada Cruikshank, Ada Eckert, Dylan Edwards, William Ham, Star Hinton, Elizabeth Lau, Klaus Lee, Evelyn Ludwig, Gracie Lucas, Dana Mays, Hunter Miller, Sophie Carano, Melissa Perez, Jamie Pippinger, Haley Rice, Paige Ryan, Daniel Snyder, Molly Stanfield, Gracie Thomasek, Margaret Webb, Hallie West, Stephanie Cian, Barry Yang, Stephen Yao, and Christopher Young. Now I will also announce our junior inductees, and then you can start. Maddie Kemp, Connie Lee, Sanjeev Kamidi, Kevin Wang, and Tina Zhang. Thank you.
So each year, during awards day, we honor 2 seniors for exceptional academic achievement. Usually, the senior with the highest overall grade average for the 11th and 12th grades is named valedictorian, and the senior with the second highest overall grade average is named the salutatorian class. This year, it is my pleasure to recognize these two students as co-valedictorians. Congratulations to Alyssa Kim and Matthew Hahn, co-valedictorians, who will each receive a 14-inch engraved silver tray. Matthew is not on campus today, and so receives our congratulations virtually. Alyssa, would you please come forward? Please join me in congratulating your co-valedictorians, Alyssa Kim and Matthew Hahn.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Garrison Connor, and it is my honor to present the awards chosen by faculty. The Hubert J. Stagmeyer Award is awarded by vote of faculty to an outstanding senior. This year's recipient has touched nearly every corner of Baylor's community in her 4 years. A true servant leader, she lets those around her who cares for her team, whether as a prefect in the dorm, a site leader and student leader in community service, the president of the Sustainability Club, or one of her many challenging classes. As a faculty member put it, she is conscientious, thoughtful, and deliberate in her actions and leadership, and she takes the time to think about the purpose propelling her to do something. Despite her impressive accomplishments and roles, she is thoroughly humble, a trait widely recognized by her peers and faculty. This student leaves a legacy not only of making significant contributions across our community, but as a deeply respected and admired person. This year's recipient of the Hubert J. Stagmeyer Award is Ashley Pack. The Michelle Padre Award is named for Michelle Padre, a member of the class of 1991 who was killed tragically in a traffic accident. The recipient of this award combines a strong desire to do their best with a deeply caring attitude about others. This year's recipient is a Respect Board member, a Jamaican tripper, a 2-year prefect, an Abshire fellow, a member of Harris Stanford Honors Program, a rap participant. I think you guys get it. She has remained committed to her rigorous academic schedule, not just to build a college resume, but for her unwavering passion for learning. One teacher told me she pushes herself to meet the high expectations she sets for herself, which are often above the expectations of the class. On weekends, you can usually find her serving underclassmen in her dorm by driving it to Walmart or out to eat, and using that time to connect and care for those students and their unique needs. Personally, I've had the privilege of watching this year's recipient address challenges she faced with maturity and grace beyond her years. This year's recipient, Michelle Padre Award, is a lifetime parent. The Service Award is awarded by a vote of the faculty to seniors for their service to school. This year's recipient has never met a stranger, literally. While that is one of her God-given gifts, she has adopted this mindset as a way of life. One coach said, "This student pours herself into many things so that she can both pursue her dreams and, more importantly, celebrate the dreams of others. Thus, she inspires and empowers us all." For many of you in the audience, you may consider her greatest action of service as being an accomplished student, a committed runner, or a thoughtful journalist as Baylor knows. For our international students, We may thank her involvement in the Asian Culture Club, and passion for the Chinese language and culture. For a few of us in this room, however, we saw perhaps her greatest act of service through her unwavering commitment to the late John Harrison, a member of the Baylor faculty who passed away this past year. She served as a trusted friend and chauffeur, not out of obligation, but out of love and care. This year's recipient of the Service Award is Jamie. My pleasure. That persistence of our full leadership. First of these awards is the Herbert B. Parks Jr., named in honor of the school's fifth headmaster. This award, determined by a vote of the faculty, goes to female and male seniors who have contributed richly to the Baylor spirit. This year, the award goes to 4 students. That's reflective of your entire class. One of our teachers says this of the following student: even with an almost unimaginable play, this student gracefully, responsibly, and diligently maintains her high standards and consistent integrity. She lives for an opportunity to learn, stirs her classmates' desire to do the same. She listens responsibly to the ideas of others, and her intellectual curiosity and wise sensitivity ensure that she seeks others' perspectives. She makes the people and the experiences around her more passionate, meaningful, curious, and successful. Active and accomplished across a range of Baylor opportunities, including cross-country, community service, theater, debate, roundtable, rap, and the hair stamping program, and the list goes on and on. Our first recipient of the Parks Junior Award is Rosa Anderson. Like Rosa, our second recipient of the Parks Junior Award is a Renaissance presence in Baylor. One faculty member says the following of her: she is a scholar, an artist, an athlete, and a leader. In each of these capacities, she goes out of her way to do the work it takes to make our school community a welcoming place for all. Because of this work, she makes Baylor better than when she first arrived as a sophomore board. Takes with her the respect of peers and faculty alike. Member of crew, round table, shenanigans, rap. The second recipient of the Parks Junior Award is Miss Caroline Chapman. Our third recipient of the Parks Junior Award has been involved in a breadth of life on campus, from through the choir to the paper notes. One teacher says the following of her: the student is one of the most engaging, dynamic, and affable students with whom I have had the joy of working in my entire career. She has only 2 speeds: energetic and more energetic. And she somehow finds the ability to devote her whole self to whatever of the many activities she is doing. Moreover, she does everything to better
Any activity, every team, each class of which she is a part, becomes better because of her unmatched effort and respect and leadership. Constantly encouraging others, she is who you see with talent, effort, and selflessness in you. The third recipient of Parks Junior Award is Riverfront Prefect Anna Maddox. Our final recipient of the Parks Junior Award is known for his ability to translate everyone's story in his own unique and powerful way. One teacher said that this young man has found his favorite spirit in the celebration of others. In the last 4 years, nearly every campus event, athletics, theater, educations, and yes, even hope, have been seen through his creative perspective. Countless hours have been spent editing, refilming, and producing high-quality content that is there for the benefit of students, faculty, and alumni. Multi-talented, he makes contributions across the campus, from the writing theater, the roundtable, and the Baylor Mass. The fourth recipient of the Arts Junior Spirit Award is Mr. Stephen Yao. The second of our 4 leadership awards is named for Headmaster Herbert B. Bart Sr., the school's 3rd headmaster. This award, determined by a vote of 40 faculty, goes to female and male-born seniors who have contributed richly to our board community. Our first recipient has gone from the wallflower to the dynamo. One dorm parent says of her, she is awesome. All the dorm parents love her. She goes out of her way to make other dorm students feel valued. She has talked about coming back to Baylor and wants to be a home parent one day herself. She has gone above and beyond for all of our girls, especially the freshmen. She makes sure everyone is valued and their opinions are heard. The room is like a revolving door, coming to advice, just having someone to listen. In my 15 years of working at the dorm, she is one of the best prefects in my work. She puts others before herself always, while constantly checking on other girls. She never forgets conversations. She loves hard and often. The public personality is contagious. In her short 2 years here, she has contributed so much to the whole boarding experience. Her love and care for Baylor School shows through her hard work and dedication to Hunter Hall and beyond. A talented swimmer and servant leader, the first recipient of the Bart Senior Award is Brianna Belcher. Our second recipient of the Bart Senior Award goes to a young man who leads by example and is impossible to miss. One teacher said of him, he has inspired a new generation of prefects. The way in which he makes each resident feel welcome and valued has changed the culture of the dorm in an immensely positive way. He supports his dorm mates well outside of the job description of prefect. Though his personal dance card is pretty full, he loves being involved. Another teacher writes, he is the epitome of magnanimity. His outgoing and boisterous personality make all feel welcome and accepted in his presence. He has been instrumental in inspiring and organizing many different events for students in his dorm across campus, and yes, the whole senior class. He is a role model for younger students, supporting them in their studies and reminding them what is expected of Baylor students and never let them forget. His positive and helpful presence made Norm Duty. He will definitely be missed. Truly Renaissance man, this young man is an athlete, ambassador, and true servant leader. Second recipient of our senior award is Sam Christensen. The third recipient of our senior award goes to a young man whose contributions are largely behind the scenes, but no less valuable to the success of our awarding program. One faculty member puts it this way: this young man is very deserving of our senior award due to his relentless efforts to make the Baylor's campus a welcoming home for every student. His ability to engage and connect with both international and domestic students has ensured that life and love on campus in general continues to run smoothly for all, even amidst the turmoil of the pandemic and hybrid learning. He wears many different hats and handles these different responsibilities with positivity and confidence. I've enjoyed living in respect for an open community that he has helped foster. An active student across campus from the tower to the tech group, the third recipient of our senior award is Barry Young. Third leadership award is the Alexander Beard, named for the school's second headmaster. This award, determined by both the faculty, most of the seniors, has contributed richly to the position of honor and right in favor. This student has taken advantage of the myriad of opportunities in the family. She has done so with dignity and honor. From athletics to our global and civic scholars programs, the positive impact on her peers in the school can be felt everywhere. The teacher says the following: she's one of our most honored leaders. She is so giving of her time and talents and quest to make those around her better and to make a positive impact on the world and the faith. She is never looking for accolades, always puts others. She truly leads others by example, day in and day out, with a positive attitude and a positive outlook. An exceptional student as well, the legacy she leaves at Baylor from FCA to our Veterans Day program. Long succeed. Humble and kind, she inspires others to be better versions of themselves. 2021 Alexander Area Award recipient is Francis Brown. Final leadership award is voted by the faculty for John Boyd Baylor. The award is named for the school's first headmaster. The award is determined by both the faculty, both the senior, who has contributed richly to the school both as a scholar and as a Baylor student. Like Francis, this young man has taken full advantage of his Baylor experience. Scholar, athlete, leader. Makes a positive difference in a variety of areas. Academically, he excels across every academic discipline. One of his teachers says the following about him: he embodies his very best as Baylor. Insightful, witty, congenial. He is always looking to improve any setting with intellect, selflessness, and good heart. He is devoted to his many activities, and through an unrivaled sense of initiative, he has embarked his role on campus to improve, making each experience better for the person who follows him. He is as comfortable offering coaching and guidance to the middle schooler as he is working with the faculty member on the solving parts problem. He is a student who always seeks to give more than he receives and strives to acquire knowledge to make a positive difference in the world. It's my privilege this afternoon and honor to present the 2021 John Wood Baylor Award to Creighton parents.
Good afternoon, I'm Shaw Wilson. It's my pleasure to serve as Assistant Headmaster Taylor. And it's also my privilege to present the O.B. Andrews Award. The O.B. Andrews Award is given the best all-around male and female seniors as determined by the oath of the school students. This year's male O.B. Andrews recipient is a senior who is a true student athlete in the best player position. Standout and captain for both football and lacrosse teams. This student also participated in the circle. He's an Abshire Fellow and Air Stanford Scholar. He has long served on the Honor Council as this year's chair, in addition to being the mayor of the junior council. Male O.B. Andrews recipient of the class of 2021 is John Wood. Our female O.B. Andrews recipient is a young lady who has involved herself in a huge variety of activities. Key member of the volleyball team, Abshire Fellow, Air Stanford Scholar, a student playing volleyball, and has served at various points in her career at Red Circle, the Honor Council, and community service. He was also named the Director of Leadership this past year. This year's female O.B. Andrews recipient, Frances Frank. Before I call up Item Reed for benedictions, I would like to recognize Megan Ford and everyone from the Development Office for putting together this luncheon. Let's have a big round of applause for those. And two other notes. First one is this. Austin found from the pool party. The pool party is pretty nice. Let's thank Wilson. If you're not going out in this beautiful pool, surrounding areas, the Austin Town is the additional Congress bar, it's a bright bar sitting right outside. Also, if you've not picked up a t-shirt, yearbook, and a poster, please pick those up on the way out, all on the back table. There are several of you got them on the way in, please get them on the way out, or else you might not find them. And with that, I'll ask Alvin Reed to come up and lead us. Thank you guys so much.
Dear God, we're so thankful for the beautiful day for us. We're so thankful for this time of life. Gathered here together today. We're so thankful that you've given us just a full and complete school year. We're just thankful for all the faculty and staff members that helped make that possible. And we're also so thankful for you sending us to an amazing school like Taylor and just all the same opportunities that we receive in President. God, I pray that every next week that you just watch over us and just allow us to enjoy this time we have together, whether that's on a senior trip or whether that's competing for a state championship with teammates. And God, as we head out in all different directions next year, I just pray that you watch over all of us and keep us. And God, I pray that we head out in the world with the mindset of making a positive difference and hoping that it will be. And God, finally, I pray that you just guide us. Allow us all to find our common purpose in this life. I say to you in your name, amen.